Hello to this video tutorial from Archaia. In the third part of the Conga techniques, I show you the floating technique. It's a very important technique, especially if you like to play Cuban style music, because a lot of rhythms in this style are not possible to play without the floating technique. And in addition, I also show some other technique which is very similar to the floating technique, but the order of the movements is a bit different. Before we go in, I would like to say that I would be happy about a thumb up and also about some comments in the comment section. And now, let's go in!
The movement sequence of the floating hand. You place the entire palm flat on the skin in the same place as for the bass stroke. In contrast to this, however, the fingers are spread slightly. Now the hand is lifted again, but the heel of the hand remains on the skin and functions as a kind of joint. The fingers and palm now hit the skin again, and only now is the entire hand lifted off. Floating hand is actually more than just a way of hitting, because here two pulses are always played with one hand, which changes the whole way of playing. With the classical hand-to-hand technique, for example, it is much easier to solo, because it is easier to keep track of where you are in the rhythm. The unaccented floating hand strokes are also often placed at the beginning of the rhythm, on the so-called one, so that a strong offbeat impression is created. This way of playing rhythms needs a lot of practice. This hand-to-hand technique is entirely based on the floating hand technique. The movement sequence is the same, but first one palm is hit on the skin, left there, then the other hand comes. Now the first hand is lifted in exactly the same way as in the floating hand, with the heel of the hand as a joint on the skin, and hit on the skin, and then the other hand. Then the sequence is over, after 4 pulses, and can be repeated.